What's going on, you lot? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name's Lydia. Today, I actually look semi-decent.
Don't let me drown.
Today I'm doing another tag video, and I want to say a big thank you to Louise who found these tag videos for me to do. Today I'm doing the eating disorder tag, and I'm going to have the questions in the description down below. If this is relevant to you, I'd love to know your answers, so feel free to take part in the comments. So question 1. How old were you when your ED began? I have had issues with food for a long time. I was under eating disorder services by age 17, I want to say. I was also under CAMS before then, which is Children and Adolescent Mental Health Services. So I've been diagnosed with an eating disorder since I was around 14, 15. I was diagnosed anorexic first and then recovered and got re-diagnosed as someone with EDNOS, which is the eating disorder not otherwise specified. I was quite young, to be fair, when it happened. I didn't know it was a thing. I thought I was just losing weight, not to eat anything. Like, that's my mindset at the time. Like, it didn't seem like it was wrong or that it was making me ill. It seemed like, oh, I'm losing weight, great, maybe I'll have friends. Number 2 is, did you decide to recover or were you made to? So this is a bit of both. Now, I'm still struggling with my eating disorder. I was kind of forced into recovery at one point because my body was shutting down. So being a minor as well, I had to, I didn't have a say in it, my mum did. So I gained a load of weight and then I started binging, fasting, and I got myself into a spiral that I'm kind of still in now, where I either binge or I just don't eat. Number 3, what were you diagnosed with? I was diagnosed with anorexia, then EDNOS. My current diagnosis is EDNOS. What my eating disorder is and how it manifests itself is through binging and starving. I can't make myself throw up. That's one thing I can't do. Like, even the idea, no. Number 4 is, do you binge? Yes. Number 5 is, do you purge? No. 6. Who have you watched on YouTube ED-wise? So I watched a YouTuber growing up called Unique RKW, Laura Lejeune, I Drank the Seawater, Sullen Girl. I watched a lot of like mental health YouTube when I was younger. And I've met Laura as well. Rachel from Unique RKW is still struggling with her eating disorder and she posts updates occasionally. It's kind of a shame that she's still struggling so much. And another eating disorder YouTuber who I watch, and I still watch to this day, who makes absolutely incredible videos, is Envy Malice Mickey, also known as Mickey. She's honestly amazing. Have you ever signed up to a Pro-Ana website? I had an Instagram account that was linked to Pro-Ana, just because I was curious and because I didn't want to be alone. I do know the bad of it, I know it's not good and all of that. I don't even say that I don't use it anymore. I'm actually dead set again. If you saw my last video, I ripped apart like the whole skinny thing. Yeah, like, no. What do you think we should do to raise awareness? Just talk about it. Don't be afraid to talk about struggles. Yeah, it's totally okay not to. Like, that's nothing to be ashamed of. But if you feel like you can share your story, tell it. Because people will listen. And the more people that share the stories, the more validated the disorder becomes. And the more funding it gets for, treatment options and treatment development. And I think that's the best way to go about it, is to just be open, be honest about it, and talk about it. Don't be afraid, have a conversation. And I'm going to say this as someone who has made videos for about 10 years now. When you talk about sensitive subjects like mental health, self-harm, suicide, eating disorders, people target them kinds of videos to hate on. People will always hate, and there is nothing you can do about it. And that is a lesson I'm still learning, because there's still stuff going on with me at the moment where I'm getting large chunks of hate at a time, then no hate, then large. You have to have a bit of a backbone when you post stuff on YouTube, which I don't. So things that said to me do affect me. I try not to let them. I think the important thing to remember on YouTube is people will criticize you, people will be mean, people can be horrible. Then there's also the amazing side of the community where we all just try and support each other. There's the supportive side and the hateful side, and unfortunately I know a lot of people that are on the hateful side. That's fine, whatever, they can do that. And with that, I am going to end the video here. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and if you are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because every little click on that makes me happy. It makes me really happy when I see the numbers going up. Numbers don't motivate me to do YouTube. I'm not trying to be famous off of YouTube, but knowing that, like, when I read comments that are like, oh, you helped me, I can't explain the feeling. I can't. And with that, I'm gonna go because I'm tired. It's o'clock in the morning. I shouldn't be tired yet, but I am. Bye, guys.
Due to a unique mix of genetic and environmental risk factors, certain eye diseases are particularly common in Asian populations. Well-developed areas are home to a high prevalence of myopia, angle closure glaucoma, pachychoroid eye disease, and certain types of non-infectious uveitis. Underdeveloped regions have seen the spread of infectious uveitis due to tuberculosis and mosquito-borne disease. The result is a continent full of opportunities for the study of these disorders. A special section in the January 2019 edition of the journal Eye summarizes what's been learned from recent investigations. Through a series of 9 review articles, the special issue examines the clinical characteristics, imaging features, and management considerations for a range of eye conditions commonly found in Asia. One article details pachychoroid eye disease, a relatively new term describing changes in the choriocapillaris resulting from dilated choroidal veins. The authors include a discussion of key morphological features that can help clinicians recognize the condition. Another article explores the difference in the basic pathogenic mechanisms driving the development of polypoidal choroidal vasculopathy and typical age-related macular degeneration. In part, the propensity to develop these conditions comes down to choroidal thickness, although the factors that determine this thickness aren't fully understood. Myopia is another topic of interest. A variety of sight-threatening complications can arise from high myopia, which has made the condition a major global health problem. One article examines the strategy of using atropine for myopia control. Asia has also seen an exponential increase in the incidence of diabetes mellitus. As a result, the demand for screening of diabetic retinopathy is expected to rise. This increase will put a considerable burden on areas that don't have sufficient eye care providers. One review article looks at a futuristic approach to managing that burden. The authors examine how deep learning models with artificial intelligence neural networks can help in the diagnosis of diabetic retinopathy, which could aid early screening efforts. Are you ready to learn more? Click on the link below to access the special Asian perspective issue of Eye.